Welcome to our ultimate guide to the top 10 things to do in Madrid. Prepare to embark on an unforgettable journey through the vibrant heart of Spain, where culture, history, and excitement collide in one magnificent city. Number 10. El Rastro. On Sundays it will seem like the entire city has descended on Ribera de Corredores and Plaza de Cascoro. This is when some 3,500 stalls are open, hawking pretty much anything you can think of, whether used or new. It's the largest flea market in Madrid and gets pretty hectic, so it's always a good idea to show up early. Even though it's a Sunday, the antique shops on the streets branching off Ribera de Corredores will be open, and there are also cafes if you're in need of a pick-me-up after wading through the crowds. Number 9. Mercado San Miguel. An easy walk from Plaza Mayer is this gorgeous Art Nouveau marketplace that dates to 1916. It's less of a fresh produce market, although there are grocery stalls, and more of a gastronomic destination to purchase the best that Spain has to offer, like cava, pimenton, paprika, and saffron. There's a host of tapas bars here serving all the favorites like patatas bravas, gambas al ajillo and bocarones, with a glass of beer, Rioja or vermouth. To do your food shopping like a real madrileño, head to the vast Mercado de Maravillas in Cuatro Caminos. It's Europe's largest municipal market with 200 stalls. Number 8. Plaza Mayer. Another of Madrid's musts, Plaza Mayer is a handsome Renaissance square, laid out in the early 1600s and completely sequestered by historic 3-story high residential buildings. There are 9 entrances to the square, and within the porticos at the bottom of the buildings are several cafes. Order a coffee, overpriced but necessary because of the location, at an outdoor table and watch Madrid in action for a few minutes. After that you could wander up to the 400-year-old bronze statue of King Philip III, who was in power at the height of the Spanish Empire. Number 7. Gran Via. If you'd like to get a sense of the city, a walk along the Gran Via is a superb place to start. It's Madrid's entertainment, shopping and cultural nerve center, a buzzing avenue often full of life until dawn. By day it throngs with shoppers stopping by the many malls, high street stores like H&M and Zara, and luxury boutiques. In the evenings there are couples arm in arm, stepping out to the cinema or a musical. And after dark the street pulses with many of Madrid's top nightclubs. Sights to spot as you stroll include the vast Telefonica building, built in 1928 and an early example of a skyscraper. Number 6. Puerto del Sol. This grand square next to the Casa de Correos post office building is a popular meeting place, suffused with meaning for both city and country. Nearly every Spanish person will recognize the clock at the top of the Casa de Correos, as this marks the televised countdown on New Year's Eve. There's a tricky ritual involved too. With every chime you're supposed to eat a grape for good luck, 12 in total. Also in the square is El Oso y el Madroño statue, a symbol for Madrid since the Middle Ages. Number 5. National Archaeological Museum. With invaluable pieces gathered from across Spain, this museum is a trip through Spain's rich history. What may surprise you is the wealth of magnificent items that predate the Roman period. The best of these Iberian treasures and sculptures look almost new, despite being at least 2,500 years old. The Lady of Elche is a bust of a woman with an incredibly detailed headdress and coils over her ears. Much later but no less impressive is the treasure of Guarazar, a Visigothic set of crosses and votive crowns dating to the 600s. Number 4. Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. Successful football team, with a record-breaking 11 European Cups to their name. So any fan of the game should consider a pilgrimage to their gargantuan 85,000-seater stadium, where history has been made many times down the seasons. A tour will grant you panoramic views of the stadium. You'll step inside the dressing room, visit the dugouts and see all sorts of interesting bits including the trophy collection, press room and presidential box. Number 3. Royal Palace. Built in the mid-1700s for King Philip V, the Royal Palace is on the site of Madrid's Moorish Alcazar Fortress Palace, which burned down in 1734. It's the largest royal palace in Western Europe, and has a blend of Baroque and neoclassical styles. You have to go inside for the full experience because the royal collections and frescoes are sublime. There are works by Goya, Caravaggio and Velázquez, as well as stunning displays of watches, tapestries, porcelain and silverware. You can see the only string quartet of Stradivarius instruments in the world, and the royal armory that includes the personal weapons used by Charles V in the 16th century. Number 2. Retiro Park. Madrid's green heart and full of elegant gardens, the Retiro is just a few steps east from the Prado and was a royal property up to the end of the 19th century when it was opened to the public. If you're visiting with little ones, paddling on the Grand Pond next to the monument of Alfonso XII is a fun option on a sunny afternoon. The iron and glass pavilion built to house the Philippine exhibition in 1887 is magnificent, and growing in the pond in front of it are bald cypresses, strange swamp trees that turn a lovely golden brown in summer. The oldest tree in the city is close by. It's a Montezuma cypress planted in 1633 and ringed by an iron fence. Number 1. The Prado. Absolutely essential. The Prado is one of the best and most popular art museums in the world. There's an overwhelming collection of masterpieces by Renaissance and Baroque masters. Spain is represented by Velázquez and El Greco, the Low Countries by Rembrandt, Bruegel, Van Dyck and Rubens, while Titian, Caravaggio, Botticelli and Tintoretto form the Italian contingent. Of the many must-see works are Bosch's Garden of Earthly Delights and David with Head of Goliath by Caravaggio. The artist with most works hanging at the Prado is the Spanish romantic Goya, whose 14 black paintings are a Spanish cultural reference point. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more captivating travel content from around the world.